Welcome back. The woman accused of murdering her two children before placing them in suitcases and fleeing overseas repeatedly denied killing them. She told police she'd left them in New Zealand at an institution or an orphanage. Hakyung Lee now accepts she was responsible for the deaths of her 6- and 8-year-olds in 2018, but says she was insane at the time, so should be found not guilty. Catrin Owen reports.
These were the first images of Hakyung Lee in South Korea before she was extradited to New Zealand. She spent 3 months in police custody there, detained as police in Auckland probed the alleged murder of her children, whose bodies had been put in suitcases in this South Auckland storage unit. Detective Sergeant Sung Kyu Hwang was one of 3 New Zealand officers who flew to South Korea. He first met Lee at the airport just before they boarded a flight to Auckland.
I could see her panicking and breathing with a paper bag on her mouth. I saw a doctor assisting her to calm her down. And I saw the defendant, I saw Miss Lee taking her medication.
Hwang says he told Lee it was his job to safely escort her back to New Zealand.
She was overly concerned about her media attention when she arrives in New Zealand. So I told her that we had put a plan in place that she doesn't get exposed to media when we arrive in New Zealand.
Once settled on the plane and read her rights, Lee was asked if she had any questions. Her response was unequivocal.
I have so many questions. I don't know if you will believe me, and it does not matter, but I've been waiting to get back to New Zealand. I got arrested all of a sudden. I was accused of something that I have not done. Nobody in Korea told me that about the details of the case except that my children have been murdered and I am being accused of murdering those children.
Hwang told the jury he did not ask Lee any questions or talk about the investigation, but he said Lee made a number of spontaneous comments during the flight, not only repeatedly denying any involvement in the children's deaths, but also offering up another version of events.
I left them at an institution, which might also mean orphanage in Korean. I knew that my mother cannot take care of my children and decided to hand the care and custody of the children to an institution. I thought it was better for them to be taken care of by the institution than me because of all the suicidal thoughts that I was having.
Lee now accepts she killed the children, but is arguing she descended into madness after the death of her husband in 2017. Hwang says she told him she wanted to get back to New Zealand and die here.
I know who did it, but it does not matter. Proving innocence does not change anything. Whether I get found guilty or not does not change anything. I just want to say that I did not do it, and I want to die in New Zealand alone where my husband and children are.
The Crown is expected to finish its evidence as early as tomorrow.